Hello world, this is my first YouTube review. I'm going to be talking today about the Arcade 1-Up Deluxe machine that includes 12 classic games. I will also show some recommended modifications. The graphics on the sides of the cabinet are well done and true to the original games. Gameplay is fine with most of the games, but the most noticeable issue is the half-second delay in sound with Centipede. It's not that noticeable all the time, but it's there and it sucks. The machine is running an old version of MAME, and I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but it probably cannot be fixed easily and probably will not be fixed. If you're going to buy one of these machines, I highly suggest getting the riser. It adds about a foot to it. My daughter here is posing next to the machine. She's about 5'9". That gives you kind of an idea of how tall they are. They're pretty short. And really, without the riser, it's not usable standing up or sitting down, in my opinion. That extra foot that you get with the riser really makes a huge difference. The buttons that are included with the 1-Up cabinet are, well, they're okay. They're a little bit noisy, but mostly they're just boring. The spinner that's included with the 1-Up cabinet is absolute garbage. This is where the cost savings shows through. If you're going to replace anything on this thing, replace this first. The trackball that's included with the 1-Up is a different story. It's actually not bad. Pretty accurate, rolls pretty easy, and you can lube it up to make it even more easy. I replaced all of the standard buttons that came with the unit with LED buttons. I replaced the included spinner, which is basically garbage, with the Thunderstick drop-in spinner. Provides a much better spinning experience. I finished off the control deck with larger screws and screw finishers, which gives it a really nice finished look. So how did I accomplish all this? So glad you asked. So here I have the control deck flipped over and opened up. You can see the work that I've done on it. I replaced the stock speaker with a much more powerful one. And over here you can see I rerouted the audio out from this board into the amplifier, which is up here. This is nice because it gives you volume control. It's not just low or high. It gives you some more options with audio, and you can change it, the bass and treble on it a little bit. So the control board for the Thunderstick spinner is right here. Installing this, I had to buy a interface card for it. The trackball and the spinner on this device share the same port on the control board right here. So if you take the spinner that's included out and put another one in, you're going to have to buy an interface card because you have to cut the wires. Lastly, this little guy right here is a control board that's actually designed to handle buttons and power LEDs. I'm only using it to power the LEDs on these buttons, so I basically just got it hooked up here. It's USB powered, so this USB cable runs to a power supply that I put inside the device. And the power supply here connects to all the switches, which powers the LEDs. And as for the switches on the buttons, I just left those connected to the original board. There's no reason to change that out at all. So basically what I've done here is set this up to be converted over to a classic Pi or MAME device. I'm probably not going to do that with this machine because it only has a trackball and a spinner, so you'd be very limited to the type of games you can play with it. So I think I'm just going to leave it as is with the games that it came with. We really like them anyway. So I have been wanting to buy a full-size game cabinet for like ever. Although Arcade 1-Up cut some corners on this unit, you'd be hard-pressed to find a full-size one at $299, or even double that price. On that fact alone, I say these are a great purchase if you are passionate about and enjoy playing classic games. As another bonus, they are also easy to modify. Great job, Arcade 1-Up!